What's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. People, the world, thought groups, they're interesting to me. They really, really are. Obviously, some black people, I'm not going to generalize all black people, but some black people, they get super duper triggered when, they hear a black person going off script or code to any type of beliefs or identity commitments that they may have. I hear black men talk about black women wearing hair weave and white women's hair, and get that white women's hair out your hair. And, they'll say things like, you're acting white, and it's just like, how am I acting white? And it's like, look at how you talk. And it's like, wait, how do I talk? You know what I mean? And for me, I think that some people have a huge misunderstanding of social groups, social psychology, social dynamics, right? So I'm from the Midwest, okay? I'm a Midwestern Black American woman. ADOS, foundational Black American, whatever you want to say. My people were not immigrants to this country. But I'm from the Midwest, right? And Midwestern Black people, we are not the same type of Black people as your down south Black people or your California Black people, right? Black people throughout America, at least, even with our cultural identity being very similar, environmentally, our mindsets are not going to be the same. It's just like when you have a poverty line Black, right, versus a middle class or higher net worth Black, right? These types of Blacks, even though they share the same cultural identity, they operate with different mindsets, right? Different belief systems and ideas about themselves and even their Blackness, because depending on the opportunities afforded to these people in these particular groups, right, they may have varying mindsets, right? And a lot of times you're going to find a lot of these struggle junkies, right? A lot of times these people, the angry, struggling type Black people, these are usually the people who are more at the lower poverty line or at poverty line, right? And they're frustrated about the economic situations in America. They're internalizing their plight to it just all being about racism instead of, central banks that are just screwing everybody up indiscriminately, but that's neither here nor there. But, I feel like, some people also have this mindset of the character of a Black person too, where like with a Black woman, they're expecting for us to just have this strong conviction and we be talking, or we're this bougie, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, we don't all rock like that. You know what I mean? There are so many different flavors and characters within the Black American proper that, it's unreasonable for anybody to encounter a Black American and expect for the same person every damn time. That's just dumb. It's just really dumb to me. But off that, I did a video yesterday and I was talking about, I was covering this video that Tariq Nasheed posted with this young lady talking about, how she wanted to explore, love and dating outside of the Black race, right? Now, obviously, you can tell by the word choice that she has had some level of commitment to dating only Black men, right? And if you listen to what I said in my video, I said that I have a hard time really dating outside of my race. I've done it before, but I've had negative opinions from Black men. So I've really shied away from it, and I've tried to make an effort to entertain men in my own race, which, by the way, the pickings are very slim. Okay, let's just be completely honest. Some of these Black men who got so much hate for Black women who are going outside of the Black race or whatever, they act like they are just the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? If we actually had a cream of the crop segment of Black men who were not married, right? and who are willing to be committed to one woman and actually create Black families, this whole conversation would be different, right? Black women would actually feel like they would have a hope of being able to secure a Black man and create those things, but they don't. Black men and women don't trust each other. And there's so much rhetoric and so many scorned people, who are spewing rhetoric that the dynamics are even worse now than ever before. Right? So when you have a Black woman who has made a resolve or an effort to only date Black men, and she's just like, you know what, I'm tired of dealing with this. I'm about to explore my options. I'm going to take a gamble, take the risk somewhere else. It's like, who is anybody to tell her that she's wrong? Right? Because of some notion of a Black struggle, right? Because of a notion of a Black struggle or a Black family. It's like, okay, first of all, these brothers are destroying their own Black families. And they love kind of highlighting times where Black women and non-Black men fail, but they don't really want to highlight how much Black men and Black women are failing. Right? I got this sister going back and forth with me about how, Black women and white men end up in divorce. And it's just really, that's just not true. That's just not true. More times than not, a Black woman with a white man has a higher probability of being together for a considerably longer amount of time than a Black man and a Black woman. And the reason why is because Black men and Black women, we have literally forgotten how to struggle with each other. We don't know how to struggle with each other. So a lot of us are coming to the table with like unrealistic expectations that, that growing together means that we're not coming into the situation where both of us are rich or wealthy, but we have enough to kind of build off of, right? It's not like two people who are coming from nothing and expecting something. What's that song? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Something from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you want to be with me. It's true though, right? And when you're coming to the table with nothing but penis and some convoluted sense of protection, when you're not out here in these streets embarrassing her, it's like, it's just not enough for a lot of Black women these days. And to the point of that sister, there are a lot of examples of white men who have taken on Black women and who are treating them more gracefully, providing them more security than their own men. So for Black men, instead of just getting all up in your feelings about this, why don't you step back and hear what your women is saying? And I know that's hard for a lot of y'all. Y'all don't like to hear what y'all woman is saying. Y'all just want her to hear what y'all are saying. And sometimes, communication needs to be both ways, two ways. And so I say this to say that, if anybody was triggered by my last video, like really alpha the up. Because it's like that, if you can digest what I said in that video and take it personally or get sad, or maybe you just triggered because you hate interracial relationships and you hate Black women specifically going outside of that race, you need to deal with your own damn self, okay? You really just need to deal with your own damn self, right? Because you're not in charge of all Black women, right? And if you got a woman, you should probably worry about your own damn woman, right? If you got a Black woman, you got a Black melanated woman, worry about your own damn woman and stop worrying about what other Black women are doing. Right? They don't have anything to do with you. They don't have anything to do with you. If you have that kind of time and distraction to worry about what other women are doing, you need to look at your own damn marriage, because you may not be satisfied with the Black woman that you got, worrying about what other Black women are doing. But anyways, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just like, it's so absurd to me that some of these men have the audacity, like somebody's like, you're not allowed to be pro-Black, if you're open to dating white men. And it's like, first of all, for me, pro-Black is not anti-white. If pro-Black is anti-white to you, then we're not the same pro-Blacks. My idea of pro-Black is seeing Black people elevate. And you can actually support Black elevation and still have a non-Black mate. I mean, I look at some of these Black women who have white men, and I know the sister specifically, she is a number one donor of Black causes because her white man supports things that are meaningful to her. So, some of these dudes, they want to create all kinds of scenarios and do all kinds of scare tactics for Black women, not dating white men. But really, I do believe this boils down to the Black women that are together, the Black women that have their stuff together. Because, they're looking at, when I get out of my whole phase and I'm old, I need you broads to be my surrogates. I need, like this one sister said in the video, they need somebody to be their nurse, right? So when they're ready to settle down with us, like in their 50s, right? And they just really can't do nothing for us that we would want, right? Then all of a sudden they just want to be that guy. It's like, bro, no, I'd rather be alone. What Kevin Samuels say? I'd rather be alone with my dildo. And you don't even need to be worried about that. At least I'm not dying with you. Why are you worried about me and my dildo? Why are you worried about me dying alone? At least I'm not dying with you. At least I'm not dying with you. For real. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. And if you're triggered by interracial relationships or Black women just having a conversation about exploring them or thinking about them, then maybe you should get some help or read a book or find some hobby to kind of distract you from being so upset about such mundane things, right? There's so many Black women to choose from, right? And there are a lot of Black women who don't want to interracially date. They're not open to it at all. They are completely closed to it. So you got them to choose from. What is the problem? I just don't get this at all. Like, but in terms of Black people feeling like they can own me, particularly how I feel, how I think, I don't care how many ancestors that we have in common, you don't. You don't. That is your herd that was manufactured and dug up by the Democrats, mostly, and other white supremacists to keep us in herd of struggle mentalities. I am not interested in that at all, at all. And, I think when it comes to being an American, it's like I can choose almost any man that's in my bloodline because Black Americans are mutts. We are not pure. We can thank the slave masters and all them folks, right? But it is what it is. We're mutts. We're mutts. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know what you think about this, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.